Hello everyone, you're watching Math Magics, and today I will show you how to take the square root of 7-digit numbers, all done in your head in just 10 seconds. Let's go! Alright, first of all, let me show you how this trick actually works. Alright, so right here I have a random number generator that is going to generate some number in the millions. So I'm going to go and click generate. Alright, so we've got 4,120,972. So now I'm going to take the square root of that in my head with about a plus minus 5 accuracy. Start the timer. Answer. 2030. Now let's actually check if I got the right answer. So I'm going to go ahead and punch this into the calculator. The actual answer is 2030, exactly the number that I've said. If you want to know how to take the exact square root of a number in the millions, then just keep watching this video. Okay, so how does this trick actually work? There are 3 simple steps that will let you obtain the final result. Let's just go through an example. So we've got a number, 8,655,326. And now we need to take the square root of this number. Alright, so first of all, we are going to completely omit the last 3 digits of the number. We can do this because the last 3 digits are negligible when we're talking about numbers in the millions. So now our number is 8,655. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do step 1, which is division. If your number is between 1 million and 2 million, you should divide it by 1. Or in other words, you can just skip this step altogether. If your number is between 2 million and 6 million, you should divide it by 2. And if your number is between 6 million and 10 million, you should divide it by 3. In our case, the number is between 6 million and 10 million, so we are going to divide it by 3. Alright, so let's go ahead and divide 8,655 by 3. The actual answer is 2,885. But remember that we're doing this in our head, so we're just going to approximate to 2,880. If you want to learn how to quickly divide numbers in your head, just click on the link in the top right corner of this video. In any case, we've got the result, which is 2880. And now we can move on to step 2. So step 2 is averaging. If you divide it by 1, you will average your result with 1,000. If you divide it by 2, you will average your result with 2,000. And if you divide it by 3, you will average your result with 3,000. In our case, we divided by 3, so now we're going to average with 3,000. Once again, if you want to see the fastest way to average 2 numbers, just click on the link in the top right corner of the video. I'm going to use my favorite 3-step method that is the best if you're doing this in your head. Alright, so step 1, we're going to find the difference between the 2 numbers that we're averaging. So that's going to be 3,000 minus 2,880. Which is equal to 120. Now step 2, we're going to divide 120 by 2, which is equal to 60. Alright, so now in step 3, we're going to subtract the result from step 2 from the bigger of the 2 numbers. So that's going to be 3,000 minus 60, which is equal to 2940. This is the average of the 2 numbers. Alright, so now we can move on to step 3. In step 3, we will correct the error that happens during this method. Fortunately, we've got a graph right here that will tell us the exact number that we need to subtract from our answer. The x-axis shows the initial number, and the y-axis shows the approximation error. Our number is 8.6 million, so we can easily find that on the graph, right here. So you can see that the curve shows us that the approximation error is very little for this number. So we'll just say it's 0, because it's so close to the x-axis. Now, let's say your number was 5 million. Then, as the curve shows us, you will need to subtract 15 from your answer. Or, if your number was 6.5 million, you will need to subtract 35. Now, how do you remember this graph so you can actually do the trick in your head? What I do is I separate the graph into several regions with similar y values. And then, depending on my initial number, I can easily determine what I need to subtract from it. Now, the better you remember this graph, the more accurate your answer will be. So for our example, the final answer is 2940. Now let's quickly check the actual answer on the calculator. As you see, the actual answer is 2,941, So our approximation was just 1 off from the exact square root. Now, this is just a 0.03% error, and considering the fact that we're dealing with numbers in the millions, that's pretty good. Let's quickly run through another example. So let's say we have a number 5,681,203, and we need to take the square root of this number. As you remember, the first thing we do is we omit the last 3 digits of the number. Now we're working with 5,681. Alright, so in step 1, we divide. Since this number is between 2 million and 6 million, we divide it by 2. The result is 2930. Now, as you recall, step 2 is averaging. Since we divided our number by 2, now we average our result with 2,000. Using my favorite method, we will find the difference, divide it by 2, and then find the actual average. So the result is 2465. Now in step 3, we will correct the error. For our initial number, 5.6 million, the error is about 40. So our final answer will be 2425. Once again, let's pull out our calculator. And the calculator tells us that the actual result is 2421. So we were just 0.17% off from the exact answer. Now you know how to do it. Take the exact square root of numbers in the millions.